A very good afternoon. This is Raza Abbas from Pakistan. I'll be speaking on the Inclusive Career Guidance Global Training Program. It's unfortunate that I was not able to come in person in Muscat. However, I will ensure that this presentation is as effective as you would have witnessed when I would have been here in the audience. I'll be talking about need of career guidance in developing countries, the challenges of career guidance in developing countries, the process, the pathways institutionalized career guidance training program, the implementation of institutionalized inclusive training, the overview of the training program, the global endorsements, how the training is different, the future plan and key insights and recommendations and conclusions. So what is the need of career guidance in developing countries? Why is it so important? Number one, because of socioeconomic challenges, it is very important that we provide the youth with direction on what they can do as per their interest, as per their aptitude and as per their temperament. The structure of educational system is based on rote memorization, which does not allow them to think about themselves and about their careers. There is lack of career research and career awareness and career resources, which leads to very limited careers that they are aware of. There is an acute shortage of career practitioners to address the need. Unlike the West, where there are a lot of career practitioners that are available and career counselors that guide the youth and they guide the students. However, in the developing world, this is a new phenomena, and we need a lot of qualified people that have the competence of career that can guide the students about careers. Because of these challenges that I just mentioned, the youth is clueless in decision making and career planning. Now, what are the challenges of career guidance in developing countries? First of all, there are lack of professional standards in policy framework. As I mentioned, that this is a new concept in the developing world. So a lot needs to be done to have a legislative framework that is done in the West. There is a shortage of available and updated information on the labor market. Now, this is very important. If we have a very strategic labor ministry that mentions that which type of jobs are available, which types of jobs will be available in the future, what are the futuristic careers, what are the traditional careers, where are the most jobs that are available, which industries have unemployment. So then that will give a tool for the youth to decide. However, that is a shortage that does not exist, unfortunately. There is acute shortage of skilled career guidance practitioners who will actually do it. We have a very limited people who actually have this knowledge to guide the youth and the students. The career guidance has often been misused by the educational consultants, so much that it now resembles sending students abroad, which is not what career counseling is all about. Career counseling is basically untapping the student hidden potential and guiding them as per their interests, as per their aptitude and as per their knowledge and as per their temperament on which careers that will be suitable for them. However, the scenario in the developing world is that they are just sending students to different universities abroad and they are claiming it as career counseling, which is more of marketing counseling. The freedom of individual choice is constrained, it's very limited. Therefore, they are uninformed and unformed, and there's a lot of family influence on career choices. So in the developing world, the family plays a major role in deciding what career their son or their daughter should pursue. So we need to bridge the gap between the parents and the students and enlighten them to have a dialogue on career planning. And at schools, colleges and universities, career counseling and career guidance departments are a necessity. It's no longer a myth, but now we require this for career transformation for the youth. Now, what is the process that we use when we develop this training program? We said, how can we develop a holistic career guidance training program that is sustainable and inclusive? So what we did, we had a sample size of 224 people and we interviewed the main stakeholders in the process of career guidance. Number one, the human resource professionals of leading national and multinational organizations, the parents of public and private educational institutions, the teachers of public and private educational institutions, the educators of public and private educational institutions. So you can see that these are the people that are the most important stakeholders in the career guidance training program, and we ask them what are the gaps that you face when graduates come in the industry and work at different industries, what students lack. We ask the parents that which careers are you not aware of, and those careers that are emerging, and what is your wish that your kids do, and what is the ground reality. We ask the teachers and we ask the educators as well on how can we make a program that is very, very inclusive and that is very holistic. So Pathway, the organization that I represent, developed an institutionalized career guidance training, which covers a wide range of stakeholders, and it's very inclusive as well. So the implementation of the institutionalized inclusive training is training teachers and staff to become effective career guidance counselors. Now, why teachers? Because we felt that the teachers are already in the system, in the educational system, that is schools and colleges, and it will be much easier to train them and the staff that are willing to become effective career guidance counselors. And this is a 40-hour institutionalized training. The target audience is the teachers, the staff, and the society at large. So anyone who wishes to inspire people or enlighten humanity, and who has an interest in psychology or sociology can join as well. Now, you must be thinking, what is the training program all about? So as I mentioned before, that this research was based on meeting with the direct keen stakeholders, and it is important to give the prospective people with the things that they really need to inspire the youth. Number one is introduction to career counseling and career guidance. What is professional career counseling and career guidance? What are the aims of career guidance? How do you provide career self-awareness to students? How do they know more about themselves? The more they will know more about themselves, the more they will be enlightened to make a decision that will be more meaningful. How do you help students develop and think about futuristic career field awareness? Which career fields will be in demand in the next 10 years? How do you direct the teacher or the staff that which careers will be available, will have a lot of demand? I'll just like to give an example, like AI, artificial intelligence. This is a futuristic career. How many people know about this? Very few. Speech, language, hearing sciences. How many people know about this? Very few. Media sciences is a futuristic career. So we need to enlighten our audience that which careers will be in demand in the next 10 years. Multicultural communication and emotional intelligence. We are living in a global world. How can students interact with people that are different and diverse? How do students thrive in a multicultural environment? And how is their emotional intelligence? How do they cope when there are things that do not go as they had wished? It is very important to have robust resilience and grit. So we give them that skills of adaptability, of perseverance, of positive attitude. And how do you discover the hidden potential of students? A lot of students, unfortunately, in the developing world, they are living lives without any direction. So it is important that we give this program that they know what they meant to do, how to have a life of meaning, and how do you discover your career passion. And once we are able to give those skills, then we focus on employability skills. How do you develop your resume? How do you develop a cover letter? How do you network? How do you meet with different employers, different stakeholders to gain employment, decent work? And how do you use social media for personal branding? These are very important skills that the youth of today, when they graduate from university, they should know about this. And youth self-employment. Now, not every youth will actually go towards the 9-to-5 job. There will be a lot of people, a lot of students that would like to have their own business, and that is the gig economy. What is the gig economy? The gig economy is how do you develop ideas that you can generate revenue, and how do you brand them? How do you pitch your idea to a venture capitalist so you can have a sustainable business? And life skills, as I mentioned before, it is very important that the millennials should be coached on how to be resilient, grit, and hope when the things do not go as per your plan. How agile is their mindset, and that is the training that we need to give at the earlier years of their careers, so they can lead a life of meaning and a life of positivity and a life of economic prosperity as well. And last but not the least, we provide the teachers and the staff that go through this training program the one-to-one career coaching. How do you actually do it? So we give them simulations to see how will they be able to do. So this training program is a very simulation based program, and then we expect and we require our participants to develop a capstone presentation, which is required for all training participants, that basically integrates of all this that we just talked about, to see whether they were able to actually apply the learning when they go to their respective schools and colleges. I was very fortunate to share this program with an international policy consultant, Dr. Tony Watts, who doesn't need any introduction, and he shared his viewpoints on the program as Slash. And Dr. Hazel Reed, she's based in the UK, and she was also kind enough to review the program and highly recommended this program to other prospective people that wish to have a very holistic training development experience. And you can see her comments as slashed on the screen. Now you must be saying that how is this training different from other training programs? Well, as I mentioned before, this training content is selected after meeting and discussing with the relevant and keen stakeholders, that is students, parents, employers, educators, and global career practitioners. And it is interdisciplinary, and the most important part, it is futuristic. It does not focus on the content today, but it focuses on the content of the future, so that they are able to lead a meaningful life. And it is inclusive. So this program caters to people, to students, to youth from all walks of life, from all ethnicities, from all religious backgrounds, cultural backgrounds, different geographical locations. So we want to make this as inclusive as possible, because at the end, the most important part is that humanity is important. And what are the future plans? First of all, the accreditation of professional career guidance counselors with internationally recognized career counseling and career guidance bodies. So it is important that the people that go with this training program, we also give them a future as well, that there are other programs that you can acquire that are internationally accepted as well. So we are giving a career to those people as well, that this training is the first step, is the foundation step. But if you want to pursue more programs, we will link them with those international institutions as well. Developing and strengthening collaborations with international professional career guidance bodies. So that will make the career guidance profession much more stronger. Collaboration with national and global career influencers, key stakeholders, and policy makers. So we are able to amplify our efforts as well. And the key insights from this training program that we learned was to strengthen the supply side of career guidance practices by facilitating institutionalized career guidance training for teachers. That is very important, as I mentioned before. And to improve the demand side by supporting youth at all levels. And when I say all levels, I mean school, college, university, and post-university. So you are helping them in making educated and informed career decisions. So then success is guaranteed. And youth, unfortunately right now, is starved of career opportunities. Why? Because they are not aware of career opportunities, they are not aware of self-awareness, they are not aware of what their hidden potential, they are not aware where are the employers. So you can see that there is an acute need of the youth to know where they are heading. And career guidance programs will help in selection of right career path, and students will perform better in the subject of their own choice. So this will give ownership to students. This will give ownership to the youth, that this is what I really wanted to do, and now I want to do it, and now I have been informed to do it. So recommendations in conclusion. Number one, teachers of educational institutions should be trained for career guidance and career counseling in diverse regions and countries of the world. So we felt that, unlike the West, our teachers in the developing world, this is something very new to them. So we need to train the teachers. Why? Because they are actively engaged with students at schools and colleges. So they are with the students firsthand. Career guidance should be part of policy of educational institutions in developing countries. I would like to give an example, like in South Korea and in the Scandinavian countries, that this is a civic right. Every student, every young student gets career counseling as a civic right. So that's where we need to aim collectively. And the corporate sector, through its corporate social responsibility, should collaborate and support career counseling programs so that sustainability is not an issue. And last but not the least, career guidance should be implemented as a policy in educational institutions in the developing world. It's a win-win situation for students, educators, parents and employers, and this leads to hope, realistic hope. It leads to social justice for a safer, global, inclusive community and an engaged workforce. Right now, billions of dollars are being spent. Why? Because the workforce is not engaged. They're not happy about work. So this is helping the workforce at a very early age to be committed to their career when they eventually join their jobs. So thank you very much for your time and for your attention. It was a pleasure to speak virtually, and I hope to meet with you in person as well. My details are / I will be happy to answer any questions you might have. My email is ra@pathwayglobal.org, and you can connect me on LinkedIn as well. I wish you a wonderful conference in Muscat, Oman, and happy learnings. Thank you.